Indochino is North America's leading made-to-measure menswear company. Make an entrance in personalized suits and shirts made to your exact measurements in a wide selection of high-quality fabrics, colors, and patterns. And with the lowest prices of the season and free shipping, there's no reason not to enjoy the holidays in style. This week, get Black Friday pricing by using HQ for 70% off the regular price of a made-to-measure suit with free shipping. That's Indochino.com, promo code HQ for 70% off.
Welcome to another highly questionable gathering. My father seems very excited. This is Mina Kimes, senior writer for ESPN The Magazine. What do you like on the show today, Mina?
More Le'Veon Bell. Hopefully he stays awake this time.
No, he snored through 2 minutes yesterday. Dale, Papi.
Is everything okay now with the Warriors?
I love that we're back to hyper-examining and hyper-ventilating over a team at the top of basketball because of drama. Today, Durant and Draymond Green walked into the arena together. There's Chris Haynes, probably feeling sad about his lot in life, saying Draymond Green and Kevin Durant communicating positively on the way to the arena for shoot-around. I don't know how you could tell that from the photograph. It may or may not have been positive, but then they shot together as well, and these are some of the emotional conflicts that happened, but this became a more seismic story because of the champions and because usually a guy doesn't get suspended. Draymond's volatile. He's going to be volatile all season. Expect more of this, not less.
Yeah, communicating positively is an interesting, I guess, observation to draw from that picture. It kind of reminds me when a male celebrity is photographed next to a female celebrity and everyone assumes they're married, she's pregnant. Like, we don't know what inferences to draw from that picture. I guess it means that they are tolerant of each other and that they'll play with each other, but I don't think this story is going away because the factors underlying the disagreement, Kevin Durant's impending free agency, Draymond Green's general mean, that stuff's not going away.
I can't believe this, you know. These guys are friends again. Mm-hmm. What a story. All the media, made a big deal about this. We did. The Warriors were through. Yes. They don't have a chance, That's the end. Durant is gone, you know what I mean? Draymond Green is going to be suspended, that's it.
Everything's okay now. Everything's all right.
Have LeBron and the Lakers figured it out?
Okay, they are 8-6 after beating Portland. Portland can beat everyone else, but they've lost twice to the Lakers, and that basically makes them the Memphis Grizzlies right now. But if you're into optimism, that team has played well offensively, and Tyson Chandler seems to make a difference defensively. This can be a good team. I think it's going to become one. I think you shouldn't be thinking that LeBron won't make the playoffs. LeBron makes the playoffs.
And the question was, have LeBron and the Lakers figured it out? I mean, LeBron's figured it out, and I hate to say this because it makes it sound like I take LeBron for granted, but what he did last night, turning into a basketball supernova that destroys civilization, that's just what LeBron James does. He will continue to do that. The question is, have the guys around him figured it out, right? Tyson Chandler has been great. JaVale McGee is looking like the pickup of the season. And last night, KCP and Lonzo were hitting threes. If all of those guys play well and they have average defense, then they can make some noise in the West.
I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe that this is happening.
No, it started off so well. LeBron was missing free throws. There were losses, 3 straight losses at the start. Now it's a 4-game winning streak. Papi's having trouble sleeping.
It's a long season, Papi. They can still blow up.
My worst nightmare. I can see the guy against in the finals. I can't believe this. Well, Jimmy Butler's first game with Ben Simmons and the Sixers, worrisome.
So they lose at Orlando, and that phrase, losing at Orlando, that's worrisome by itself. You get Jimmy Butler, he debuts, he starts making a few shots, but Ben Simmons has never played more than 30 minutes in a game and taken fewer attempts. He only had 5. I think we're all curious how these pieces are going to fit together. This trio is the most talented trio in the conference, and how they work together is going to be how this season plays out in terms of whether they're a 1 seed in the East or a 6 seed.
Yeah, it was concerning because what they brought Jimmy Butler in to do, he didn't do. Right? So the Sixers have been terrible in offense in the fourth quarter. Before last night, Jimmy Butler led the league in fourth quarter scoring, but yesterday in the final period, he didn't make a single point. He only attempted 2 shots. Even more concerning is the fit with Ben Simmons. Watching them together last night on the court was super awkward, like seeing a band where 2 guys are playing lead guitar, but one guy is playing with the wrong hand, and then somewhere Markelle Fultz is playing triangle in the distance. It just doesn't really add up yet.
Well, I guess that the Butler didn't do it.
Oof. Wow. I don't know whether the joke was worse than the stiffness of the delivery. Which one was worse?
So bad.
Is the loser of tonight's Packers-Seahawks game out of the playoff picture?
In big trouble. I feel like we all know that Seattle is slightly better than the Packers. The Packers, what they have that is better than anyone else is their quarterback, but the Packers as a team wouldn't be a 10-win team if not for their quarterback. The Seahawks are very close to being a good football team. They almost beat the Rams twice. That they have the same or a similar record to the Packers is not indicative of the way I think this game is going to go, which is that Aaron Rodgers is going to go on the road and lose because they've lost all season when they go on the road.
The NFC is interesting. There's basically two really good teams, the Rams and the Saints. And the Bears are solid, and then there are a bunch of teams that are kind of good. And I would put the Packers and the Seahawks in that category, right? They're very similar teams. They've got generational quarterbacks, good rushing attacks, and extremely frustrating offensive game plans. Like if the Rams and the Saints are playing 4D chess, the Seahawks and the Packers are playing Candyland. Now this game is huge. Both teams are really desperate, but Seattle is especially desperate because if they lose, their chances of making the playoffs drop, ironically, to 12%.
I remember my favorite highlights between the Packers and the Seahawks.
Oh, what is this?
Oh,
is this the officials?
Yeah. Oh, really?
Really? Nice.
The Seahawks just won.
Go. Touchdown.
The NFC Championship was 4 years ago, and yet you show that.
Yeah. In your face, Mina.
That's
right. That's the way they do it. The Packers, when they play the Seahawks. Is it time for the Ravens to give the keys to the Ravens to Lamar Jackson?
I love that they ask us this question when we cannot be informed as the people watching these two in practice who can tell you how good Lamar Jackson looks when he gets snaps. But this is a complicated situation because Joe Flacco is a champion for this particular coach. And when you're still in the playoff hunt, you're Harbaugh's age and Flacco's age, you have to play for right now. If they thought Lamar Jackson was better, they'd already be playing him. I don't believe that they think that. And because they still have a chance, you can't go to him yet if you're them.
Yet it's scary to think that Lamar Jackson is not better given how poorly Joe Flacco has played over the last month. He came out and started the season pretty strong, but over the last 4 weeks, he ranks 31st in yards per attempt, 29th in passer rating, 29th in completion percentage. So if Lamar Jackson is worse in the eyes of the Ravens coaches, that's alarming. Now, me personally, I think it's time to start him, right? Because they are playing for the present, but they're playing for the future at the same time. He's the only rookie quarterback drafted in the first round who hasn't started a game. They need to begin the transition, and now is a great time given that they're about to face a number of terrible defenses.
RG3. RG3.
Oh, yeah.
RG3.
I mean,
RG3.
RG3.
No.
RG3.
No, somebody.
RG3.
Yes.
RG3.
Yes.
RG3. RG3.
Okay, all right.
RG3.
It doesn't have to get aggressive. Okay, it doesn't have to get aggressive.
Was it bad for a Steelers player to take all of Le'Veon Bell belongings from his locker? Oh, man, we're still talking about this guy here.
Okay, very good. We are still talking about this guy. They went through his locker. They rummaged his teammates. Here's some footage of them doing that.
I appreciate the cleats, my guy. Appreciate the cleats, my guy, man. You know what I'm saying? But I hope you the best, man. Wish you success, my guy. But appreciate the cleats, man. I'm taking all off and on, bro. What's love?
What are you going to do with them?
Man, I hope you get that dead leg right.
What do you do with your finger when you get shot?
Gotta get that dead. The dead leg. You do with the dead leg, yeah.
Mina, I'm with Guillermo Gil on the radio today, who said Le'Veon Bell, just to escalate this and because he's kind of quirky, should press charges because those guys stole his stuff and put it on tape. Press charges, make this stuff even more fun.
So I don't think this was malicious, but I do think it was kind of weird. And the dynamic between Le'Veon Bell and his teammates throughout all of this has been sort of weird, right? Because normally when a player in the NFL holds out, his teammates respect it as a business decision, but they clearly don't quite respect what he's done. I think for a couple of reasons. One, reportedly, he hasn't been in touch with them. They haven't even known if he's going to report or where his mind's at. And secondly, much like the senior citizen to my left, they're clearly tired of talking about this, right? The Steelers are a playoff team. There's a lot of exciting things happen, but every single day they've been asked about Le'Veon Bell. They do not want to answer questions about him anymore, and they might not have to.
I don't like the phrase senior citizen. How do you feel about it?
Well, I mean, what I'm going to say. She's a lady. I cannot tell her what I think.
Okay, there we go.
Let's take a rain check on that one.
All right, very good.
So they took all the stuff, huh?
Yes.
I guess that's the reason they call them the Steelers.
Oh, boom! Boom!
Boom. Get it?
Yeah, get it?
No, we got it.
Coming up next on Highly Questionable.
Here's to get from the top to the bottom.
I don't see wheels.
I mean, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's pretty good so far.
That's fine.
Oh! And there is where we discover it is not a good place for a soccer game. Bang, says my father.
Bang.
Yes, and bang again.
Hey, college football fans, Kirk Herbstreit here. Whether you're home gating or tailgating this season, score big on Game Day Eats with Eckridge Smoked Sausage. And now you can enter the 2019 Road to the National Championship sweepstakes. You can join me at the College Football Playoff National Championship in Santa Clara, California for a chance to throw to win $1 million. To enter and learn more, visit EckridgeFootball.com. No purchase necessary, void where prohibited. Sweepstakes ends 12/2018. Contest rules online.
Time to play the game that has a flair. For the dramatic, do you question?
You give us topics and events, we question them.
I mean, was that dramatic? Was that flair?
Kinda.
Hamidou Diallo. Do you question if this fast break was a success?
I hope they got what he said before that. It's Hamidou Diallo, and he plays for the Thunder. The Thunder won by 25 last night. He's right-handed. It probably bears noting. Watch what happens here.
Got the steal.
Yes. Oh, the windmill left-handed jam.
Oh, God, the shame.
Oklahoma City Blue,
All right.
which is the
so this right here is what the inside of my brain looks like every time I try to make a joke on this show.
And that's how it ends up at the end.
And yet, a success!
A success! There it is! Yes, we awkwardly arrive at our conclusion, which is stumbling out of bounds, not graceful, but everyone gets paid.
There we go.
Well, that dunk wasn't that bad. I have seen a worse dunk attempt.
You've seen many worse dunk attempts.
Is that a donut?
Yes.
Cream in the middle? Oh, no, that's a pancake. That's a dollop of butter where the nose should be.
And then a pancake is supposed to be prone. Maybe they did that on purpose.
Delicious.
Do you question if Zion Williamson will have dunks that top this one?
Okay, Mina Kimes does not like the question.
No, I
She
love
is
it.
puzzled.
This guy, I mean, what can you say?
Well, we're paid to say things, so let's go to the clip.
I mean, he's ridiculous. Look at this.
They've been fun to watch, and he gets
Look
2
at this.
feet over the
What
rim.
is that?
That is not a college freshman, is what that is not. I don't know what it is, but what it's not is a college freshman.
That's not a basketball player. That's a linebacker. That's Cam Newton crossed with LeBron, crossed with a T-Rex. What is that?
That is crazy is what that is. Look at how happy those Duke fans were behind him. You're going to see a lot of that this year. Look how slow motion, all those happy faces at the end of that as Zion Williamson brings that through because they know what they got over there. Look at these faces. Oh, dear God. It's going to be so much fun to root for this team this year.
And so terrible to root for any other team.
Ring, ring, ring.
Better not be Hoiberg.
Hello? Coach K. Oh, Coach K. Coach K. What's going on?
First time caller.
Huh? Yeah, how's your back? Great?
Oh, yeah, his back's fine now.
Wow, your back doesn't bother you anymore? You feel like a 25-year-old kid?
He's spry.
Boy, okay, well, that's good to know. We'll pass the word around. It's good to see that you're back in business again.
Back in business.
All right, bye. Says he feels great.
I bet.
Yeah.
My father has been making that joke for 8 years.
Do you question if this guy should feel proud of his accomplishment?
I love to be discerning arbiter of should you feel pride in an accomplishment. Let's check out this. Is it a skateboarder or is it just somebody riding a board down a rail? The objective here is to get from the top to the bottom.
I don't see wheels.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good so far, but it's going to end. Oh!
How do you start at the top and not see that sign that, like, what's the game plan?
Oh, the ending just missed by a hair.
Well, at least he stopped at the stop sign.
He did. He followed the rules. He did. He stopped. He did stop. He didn't break the law.
He didn't get a ticket.
That's right. Might have broken his jaw, but not the law.
Do you question if this is a good place for a soccer game?
Okay, I have told you before that no one at this network covers obscure soccer. No one the way that this show does. The producers just told me they don't even know where the hell this is. That's the area we will go to find you obscure soccer. We don't even know where this is from.
Looks fine.
Oh! And there is where we discover it is not a good place for a soccer game. Bang, says my father.
Bang.
Yes, and bang again.
Play the game.
Please.
That's right. Just keep playing it.
Yes.
Look at that pass. That was a hell of a pass. Man, all right.
Really a surprise. Great cinematography. An excellent film all around.
Man.
Good product placement with the Nike hat, although I don't know that they want to be associated with this.
I don't want to be associated with this.
Hey fans, Paul Feinbaum here. College football is back and Vivid Seats is your go-to for game tickets. Just go to vividseats.com where every purchase is backed by their 100% buyer guarantee. From the big house to the swamp, Vivid Seats has you covered. So get off the couch and get into the action. Your team needs you. Vivid Seats, the official ticket partner of ESPN. Enter promo code ESPN at checkout to receive 10% off your order today.
Highly questionable is broadcast from the Clevelander Hotel on beautiful South Beach, Miami. Time to play the game that has been spending a lot of time on the dark web lately. See? Oh no.
It's fairly shocking that he's doing that. No, you tell us what to watch on TV tonight. We tell you if we're intrigued.
The dark web, huh?
Dark web, yeah.
Love the dark web.
Oh, good stuff in there.
Tonight on Fox Sports Ohio, Panthers and Blue Jackets.
Oh, look, you saw the small crease of a smile on my father's face. He's a Florida Panthers guy, but let's check in with a heavyweight fight. It's all we cover in hockey. The heavyweights, Ben Anderson. Ben versus Anderson. What do we got here?
Look at them square. This sports, man.
These are the big boys.
Oh, wow. They're connecting.
Fight. Calm down, Papi. You've been very aggressive today. Please calm down.
Oh, bang. Okay, the helmets are off.
Yes,
what else is up?
Calm down, Papi.
Bang.
Yes. Okay, Papi, settle down, Papi. Papi enjoyed that one. Okay, all right. Enough of that, Papi. You're going to hit Mina. Be careful. You're a little clumsy. You're tired. Your stamina's no good. Mina, are you intrigued?
I'm still trying to figure out what he did earlier. It was like...
Okay, yeah. How about you, Papi? Are you intrigued?
Oh, man, I'm done for the day.
Oh, yeah, he's tired from all that fighting. Yeah, he can't even lift up the card anymore. There goes his energy.
Tonight on ESPN, Tulane and Houston.
No, but the reason to watch would be Ed Oliver if he were healthy. He's missed the last 4 weeks. He's probably going to be the number one pick in the draft. Let's show you how athletic he is. This is him playing wide receiver against an LSU linebacker. He's a defensive lineman, mind you. Yeah, that's not the way that usually goes when you're a defensive tackle who's 300 pounds. Mina, are you intrigued?
I am. There's talk that Ed Oliver might pull a Nick Bosa and actually sit out ahead of the draft, which I support because player empowerment, but I also really want to watch Ed Oliver play.
Okay, and congratulations, Ed Oliver. Nothing better than the support of her left thumb. Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. You know, this guy is very good, eh?
Yes.
He's not playing tonight, eh?
No, he's not playing tonight.
So what the hell I'm supposed to be watching this for?
You know what? That's right. They asked us to pick something about this game, and we gave you. And
Oliver, he's not. You know what I mean? What the hell is going on here?
Good point.
Tonight on the Travel Channel, Monsters and Mysteries in America.
Papi, what is tonight's about? They just told us. What is it about?
Oh, a wolfman who lives in the woods. Are you kidding me? It doesn't get any better
Are you
than this.
kidding me? A wolfman in the woods.
Who live in the woods.
Here, this is an urban myth, but maybe it's not. Here's this guy in Wisconsin telling you that this is true.
Back in 2006, I was contracted to pick up the dead deer carcasses along the roadways throughout the state. While I was driving, and I came across a small deer carcass. It was a small 80-pound doe. So I threw down the tailgate, picked up the deer, and tossed it into the back on top of the ATV ramp. And I hopped back into my cab, got the clipboard out, and started filling out the paperwork. And really felt like something heavy got into the back end of the truck. And that's where I saw the creature. The whole entire creature was about 7 feet tall. Looked like basically a large wolf head on top of a bear's body. This was not a bear.
Then it made a move toward the front of the truck.
It came down to a choice of fight or flight, and I chose the flight.
Oh, man. I am so relieved that we finally have proof of what we thought was just a myth. Mina, are you intrigued?
No, that doesn't even look like a wolf. That looks like Dan after he hasn't shaved for a couple days.
Papi, are you intrigued?
Oh, see, I'm very intrigued. Listen, that was a scary-looking animal, but I have seen scarier.
Where?
Right here. There we go. All right. Who is that guy? Who is that guy? Look at that mouth. Look at the teeth.
Look at that crazy eye.
Look at the tongue. Look at the eye. Are you kidding me?
His belly rubbed. He was happy.
That was happiness? Good Lord, what does Fury look like?
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for watching.
Mina, what's the name of your podcast?
The Mina Kimes Show.
Clever.
They don't pay you to stay until the end anymore, eh?
I got a little vacation.
All right.
I think smoking always affected my daily life because I was a closet smoker. It really sort of controlled my entire day. My boss is the one that recommended Juul, so I decided to give it a try. You don't get any of the odor of smoking. There's no ash all over your car. I would say give it a try.
Get the flavor and satisfaction of smoking without the mess of cigarette ash or lingering odor. Switch to Juul. Check out JUUL.com/sports. If you don't smoke or vape, don't start.
Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
When tracking the domestic dust bunny, you commonly find them hiding under wardrobes next to lost socks. Don't move too suddenly or they'll scurry off. What's utterly fascinating about the dust bunny is that although they are not actually sentient creatures, when they hear that Geico not only saves people money, but also has a 97% customer satisfaction rating, it's obvious to them you should switch. Because yes, switching to Geico is a no-brainer. Oh no, it's the dust bunny's only natural predator. Run along, dust bunnies, run along.